Okay, so we've talked about some really amazing things, and I wish I could talk to you forever. And if you've ever taken a class from me or been in something that I teach, you know I can talk forever. Okay, so I'm going to try to just control myself, and I hope the Spirit will be with me and help me to know the most important things to say. So I'm the director and founder of Mothers Who Know, and I also am the creator, founder of Girl Power, the new class Girl Power, and I also helped develop and teach Eternal Warriors. And the reason I do all that is because I showed up to life-changing services as a woman that was really confused and broken. I really did think that I was kind of a pathetic, sad, not very smart, really didn't have any talents, was having a hard time with lots of things, and there were people in my life who were really struggling. And I was supposed to be in charge of them. And that just reflected on me, that I must be bad because Heavenly Father allowed me to be in charge of them, and now everything's broken no matter how hard I tried to not make it broken. And so I showed up and started seeing the change that happened in my loved one. I'll never forget the day when my son came home and said in tears, shaking, I'd never seen him act like this before, "Mom, I am not the enemy. I have an enemy, and he is scared of me. And he thinks I'm amazing, and he knows that if I figure out how amazing I am, he's going down." And he said, "I am not a pathetic loser." Because before he learned the principles that Life-Changing Services has to offer, and he was in Sons of Helaman, he really thought all my weaknesses and everything about me define me. Because no matter how cool I can be in any other area in my life, there's just that one thing. There's that one thing that I can't quite get a handle on. Can't quite figure that one out. And so now he's much older and married and has a family. But I'm still here because I needed a lot more help than him. I'm still here because I am so passionate about the things he learned and how they've changed my life. And if you've ever heard that scripture, that song, "Oh, that I were an angel." Like, I often refer to myself as a walking miracle. And the reason I refer to myself as that is because I could never have imagined or dreamed that I would be someone who would feel so passionate about telling every woman and young woman in the whole world that, oh, you have no idea what's going on in your head. It'd be super cool to know. And if you knew, it would be really amazing what would happen then. And it would just change your life. And so that is what I'm passionate about. So we encourage you, all of us, so you've heard about lots of programs. We encourage you to check them out so you know in more detail what we teach and how to change things in your life. So if you're here and you've taken a Girl Power class, raise your hand. Or if you're in one right now. Okay, yay. Okay, if you're here and you've taken Eternal Warriors class, raise your hand. Okay, awesome. Okay, now, there's something that Marie said earlier, and he said, when it applies to being an angel. So there's a tool that we have, and I want to share a tool with you that we use in all of our programs, because it's so powerful and so meaningful that it does exactly what Jennifer was talking about, connecting us to our divinity. But we have to do it on purpose. We have to try. And it's a simple, amazing, miraculous thing. Just yesterday in staff meeting, Mindy said, as she's in tears, sharing, I asked a woman who's really struggling that I was working with if she'd like to see a miracle in her life. And she said, okay. And Mindy thought she'd say, well, miracles, how did those happen? Those don't really happen. And so Mindy said, if you'll try this tool that I'm going to share with you, you're going to see a miracle. And the miracle she was looking for was a lot of money so that she could afford to do something that would enhance her health. And within a week of doing this tool I'm going to tell you, she had a miracle show up, and it's only because she aligned herself with her divinity and said, I'm pretty amazing. I'm doing some amazing things that make the Spirit show up in my life. And on purpose, every day, I remember why I'm amazing. Okay. All right. I hope you can see my picture. And if you're online, I've been online before in one of these, and you might not be able to see it because it gets real glary. But I've drawn a picture of a really awesome tree and a heart with a girl in it. And then I've written GRLPWR, and you have one of these in your lap if you showed up today, a paper. It's called a Girl Power Calendar. Okay, and what I want to tell you is if you want to have a tool that will change your life, this one can. And it's as simple as doing the things you already know already because you're a daughter of Heavenly Father and you know about the gospel of Jesus Christ and you're a covenant woman in that gospel. So this is something we use in every single one of our programs, and it's called our power system, okay? So it's finding our divinity, our power. Something that we promote in Mothers Who Know and the Girl Power classes and in Eternal Warriors is that if you want to stay connected to your power and not get distracted in the storm that we face today and the adversary is putting all around us, you can't just stand right out in the middle of the storm while it's blowing all around you looking like, I'm a warrior, I can do this. I'm going to just say cool things about myself and not think bad things about myself because I'm a warrior, okay? It looks more like this. If I'm going to stand in a storm and know that in order to be successful, I can't just stand there, I have to lean into it. I have to really put some effort into winning in this storm, this war that we're in with the adversary and him trying to get us to not be connected with our truth. Then I've got to stay by the tree. It's huge. I have to stay by the tree. Okay? And the tree in Lehi's dream is representation of the love of God or the gift the Heavenly Father gave us of our Savior Jesus Christ. And the fruit represents the fruit of his atonement and how we need it every day. We have to eat our fruit every day or we're going to get sick. Okay, we need that every day, his atonement. And so this girl power is so important. So there's 6 squares on your calendar, right? You could see that. And all 6 of those squares are in one little square. And they represent your girl and your power. These are goals. So, and there's 28 squares. So you can find a girl power journal outside in the hall. And that you can also keep a calendar and use this system in your journal as well. Okay, so where's our eraser?
There's actually 35 squares.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Good counting, Amy. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell the office about that. Okay, I'm gonna have to erase this with my hand because I need to write right here. Okay, G stands for God. R stands for remember. And L stands for light. Thank you. Okay, P stands for pray. W stands for right. I spelled right all of a sudden. That is weird. T-E. I was like, is it G-H-T? I don't know. That's weird. Okay. And read is R. Okay. Okay. So if these goals right here on your power calendar, they're set for you. Every single day, you're showing up on purpose, and you're going to mark your calendar. If you're in a program with any of these programs, we're going to say, here's your 6 squares. Here's your power calendar. If you want to get really in touch on purpose with who you really are and shut down the lies in your head and start showing up the way you should be showing up and believe who you really are, you need to do something like this, because we all signed up to come here and be amazing on purpose. But when we forget that and stop being amazing on purpose and we all go to sleep, we get really sick and sad. And even when there's messes all around us, we can't handle it. We just break and we give up because it's too scary. So if I know, P stands for pray. This is a must. Everybody has to pray for 5 minutes twice a day. Okay, W stands for write. Write a letter to God every single day. And R stands for read. Read. Good. Read your scriptures, something, words of the prophets, that's smarter than you, that brings the Spirit into your life for at least 15 minutes. It's got to be at least 15 minutes, okay? Okay, these you can enhance any way you want, but you don't get to choose these. They're set for you, but you can make them bigger, cooler, better, however you want. But that's it. That's your P. Those are your power goals, okay? So we talked about being a warrior earlier. And if you're going to be a warrior, you have to fortify your borders. You have to protect yourself. And so this is your border patrol. So just like a soldier, a warrior, a woman who protects her home and her family from the influences of the world, she would have to be going around noticing, how are we doing? How's our borders? How's everybody doing? And she would especially be having to notice, if she's even going to notice what's going on in her house and how she's doing at that job, how am I doing? How's my borders? How am I doing? Am I fortified? Am I protected from the adversary? Am I aligned with the power of God so that I can stay in my divine truth? Okay? So this is set for you. So this, G, God, these 3 goals you get to set for yourself. I'm just saying it is super helpful in our men's programs to have the MAN on their calendars stand for something. And their M stands for minister, do something every day to minister on purpose. Their A stands for an action or be accountable with whatever it is you need to, that you're working on. And their N stands for no misbehaviors. Like if I'm working on not doing something, okay? So for girls, I thought, this is perfect. God is my power. That's 1, okay? So God is my power. Okay? And R is remember, I'm a warrior. Okay? And also I like, and warriors always remain in the Spirit. You can be the most scary, scary, scary warrior in all the earth if you remain in the Spirit. That nothing scares the adversary more than that. If a woman is in the Spirit. Just like Marie said when he was up here, he said, the power of a woman is that you're just there. You're just there. Just you being there changes things. And so if we're women and we're standing at the tree and we do not doubt that God really is going to do what he says he can do for us, and we don't doubt that he's going to deliver us and all of our family and help us through our Savior Jesus Christ, then we can be an atmosphere angel. That's what I call that. Is girls, women, we are like superpowers in this world. Because just like Marie said, all we have to do is show up in our truth and things change. I can't even tell you how many times I've worked with moms and women, myself, and all I had to do was connect with, oh yeah, I finally get what my truth is. Now I'm just going to show up and stand there in my truth. And when I'm standing in my truth, even if I don't say anything with my mouth, it changes things in my house, changes things in my family. Just because I'm standing there like I'm in my truth. I get who I am. Okay, and then light up the world. Okay. Okay, so if I'm going to set a goal under this topic, God is my power, then I could do exactly what Mindy did, and it looks something like this. I'm just going to declare every day, so I'm going to make a specific, simple goal that I can attain and is realistic. And it's going to sound like this. Every day, if I'm going to check my G square off on my Girl Power calendar, every day I declare my truth. I declare it so I can remember. So that's something every morning that Karen Broadhead does while she's getting ready in the morning and exercising and trying to move my body and just generating power for my day. I say, I am a fearless warrior for Jesus Christ. I stand strong for truth and freedom. I am connected to the Savior at all times and committed to fulfill the plan for my life that we made together. And then the last thing I say, so that I remember, God's my power. This is where my power comes from. It's not from me. I got nothing without him. If I say, the last thing I say is, I am filled with the light of Jesus Christ, and I stand proudly in my own truth. And when I say that really boldly, like I mean it, and I'm like doing funny things that you don't want to see right now, then you think, well, she would be pretty powerful after that. It's like working out like Rocky, right? Nobody could tell her, you're not cute. You don't do good things. She'd be like, yes, I do. I do. So, remember, I'm a warrior. And remain in the Spirit. One of the most powerful goals I could set right here is any goal that keeps me awake. So anything I do in my life that puts me to sleep and helps me forget that I'm a warrior, like lick my phone too much and feel like I can't let it go and look at it all the time, maybe that would do it. Maybe I should say, I'm not going to do that so much. Or maybe I'm going to stop looking at Facebook so much. Okay? So anything I did that said, hey, that makes my power less. Yeah, I will. Right this minute? Okay. All three of them? Okay. All right. Can I do it at the end if I have time? Because I know Mindy's going, Karen. Okay. All right. All right. And then the last one is, so this goal sounds like anything I can do that reminds me God's my power. It's not you, Karen. It's not you. So I'm going to set a goal every day that reminds me He's my power. I'm going to set a goal every day that helps me remember to stay awake. Stay awake. There's an enemy trying to assail you relentlessly. He's very determined, and he is going to take you out today if you don't listen. You've got to listen. So that's this one. And then L is light up the world. We were meant to come here as Heavenly Father's daughters to show up. That's it. We are so important. We are His superpower here on earth. We're like His secret weapon. And that's all He wants us to do is show up in our truth and things change. But it's when we get scared and believe what's going on in our head. So that light up the world goal would look something like, what can I do today to light up the world? Well, I think I'll just help Ryan clean her room today. That would light up the world because my world is on 5950 West Sierra Drive. That's my world. What can I do to light up the world? Oh, I think I'll call my mom today and I'll tell her she's awesome. Oh, I think I'll tell my husband he's super cute. Okay, I think I'm going to make dinner. Food's good. Okay, so whatever that is for you that day, I'm doing something on purpose to light up the world. When we do this system, it is so powerful. I've seen people go from nothing, I'm nothing, my life is so stinky, I am a mess, everyone in it's a mess, and it defines me, and I am just broken. Just saying, no, this is who I am, and I do these things on purpose, then I say. So if we remember, only God defines us. He's the only one that's allowed to do that. Not even Karen's allowed to do that. Only God's allowed to tell me who I am, because he knows, and I forgot. But I'm trying really hard every day to remember and to stop the adversary from telling me who I'm not. There's power in that, and I'm super excited for you, because I'm hoping if you aren't involved in any of our programs, that you will get involved in them. There's many of them that are at no cost, that you can just come and hear and learn. Just one thing, there's 39 recordings that you can go listen to. That's free. So I wish I were an angel. Thank you so much.